Hi everyone. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I tried to record this like 4 different times saying hi. So I'm just gonna use this one and I'm not gonna care like what it looks like. So what's up everyone? I'm Elena. So I've been always interested in gardening because I've always seen my family garden, especially my no-no. He always used to do these big extravagant gardens and I just always used to I just love the garden. I like to be outside. I used to like to help him and pick the vegetables and stuff. It was just always so much fun to me. So this year, I've planted things before, but this year I'm doing it on a big scale. I'm planting everything. I'm yeah, I'm just doing everything and I'm so excited because I'm watching these plants grow from little seeds to just these big beautiful plants, and they're providing food for me and for my family. And it's just to grow your own food, it's just really a wonderful experience and a wonderful feeling because you have a connection with your food and you know exactly where it came from and you know that it is completely healthy. There's no pesticides, it's organic, it's the best of the best that you can get. So I thought of the idea to make a YouTube channel just to show my friends and my family my garden and how it's going. So I'm thinking of doing weekly updates of my garden so I can show you guys oh, this is how the tomatoes are doing, this is how the zucchini's doing, so yeah. And if it everything goes well, then maybe I'll make videos on other things, and maybe I will I don't know, I'll try to do different things. So hopefully you guys will like it and I'm excited. Okay, so first I want to show you guys the figs. So not everyone has a fig tree in their backyard, and I just happen to have one, and my grandfather planted this fig tree maybe almost 25 years ago, and this year there's so many figs. So take a look. So here's the fig tree. It's in a greenhouse, but we take the sides off of the greenhouse in the summer because it gets way too hot in there. And look how many figs we have. Isn't that amazing? So another one of my favorite trees that we have is a mulberry tree, and every year this tree, there's so many mulberries. We don't even really eat them that much because the birds always get to them, but I like to just pick them off the tree and eat them, but they're the best. Okay, now I'm gonna take you guys to this, it's like a small garden that we have. We used to actually have chickens in it, but now we don't have chickens, so we just converted it into a garden. So we have fava beans growing there, some pole beans, we have onions, first time growing onions for their bulbs, and we also have cucumbers too. So I'm gonna let you guys take a look. Right here we have this trellis for our cucumbers. I have more cucumbers in the main garden. This is just a small amount of the cucumbers that we have. We don't have any fruits yet, but I see some flowers down at the bottom over there. Every year we always get so many cucumbers, more than we can ever eat. So we usually just give away most of our cucumbers. These are the onions. This is the first year that I'm trying to grow onions for the bulb. So I started them all by seed. I pruned these all down maybe like 3 days ago. They were super short and they grew so fast. I can't believe it. But they're really starting to look good. Like the part where it's supposed to bulb down there is like, I don't know, they're turning into onions, so I'm really excited. Okay, and next we have this monstrosity. So this is all fava beans, and they just grow so tall and so big that it's like really hard to manage the weeds. So we kind of just let them go and let them grow. Another thing that we have growing between all of these fava beans, they're voluntary. We didn't even plant them. We have a bunch of like little tomato plants over here. I don't know if you guys can see them. Yeah, you can see them. I don't know, there's a lot of plants everywhere, tomato plants that I see. I don't know how the seeds got there, but they're just everywhere. Look how many fava beans. Wow. All of the plants, I'm like so impressed this year. All of the plants have so many fava beans on them. It's really exciting. So we have pole beans on each side of this garden. So it has like a little fence around it, and then so the idea is for these beans to climb up the pole and then just make their way to the fence and grow on the fence. So it looks like it's working over here. I'll show you guys. Yeah, so like, see how it's starting to cling onto the fence? That's awesome. I'm so excited. This is the first time we grew these types of beans over here, so I can't wait to see how they turn out. Okay, so that's all we have in that garden. So now I'm gonna take you guys to the main, like the main point, the main garden. So in this garden, that's where we have like almost pretty much everything that we're growing. So I'm super excited to show you guys. All right, here it is. Let's go. So pretty much everything I know about gardening is from my grandparents. They've always done big gardens like this, and I'm actually like, this is their garden, like I'm planting in their garden. So it's really fun to like take on their tradition and to follow in their footsteps. Here are all of our pepper plants. I believe there's like close to like 70 plants maybe. I'm not really sure. I don't remember. And also I don't remember. I know what kind of peppers we have, but I don't know where exactly they're at because when we planted them, they got all mixed up. So I guess we're just gonna have a bunch of surprises. I planted shishito peppers, Jimmy Nardello peppers. I planted I don't know what they're called, but they're like little round chili peppers. They're super hot. I have jalapenos. I have red bell peppers. What else? I think that's all. I think that's all the peppers that I have. And if I do have any more, I'll get surprises because I don't know where everything's at. Everything's all mixed up. So let's see. On a few of these pepper plants, some of them are flowering, some of them don't have flowers yet, and some of them actually are starting to grow fruit. So I'm gonna show you guys. This one, it could be a jalapeno. I could be wrong. I don't know, like I said, everything got mixed up. So you can see there's a few peppers on there. I think I see 4. But yeah, that's awesome. And then the one next to it, you can see the flowers are just starting to come off, and then they're gonna start to fruit. Here's this pepper plant. It has some flowers on it. Not sure what kind of pepper this is, again, but I'm all for surprises. Alright, here are our eggplant plants. I see some of them are like just beginning to grow flower buds, like on this one, but there's no flowering yet. These ones, eggplants usually take more time anyway, so I'm not worried about it. But I can't wait to have fresh eggplant. Right here, these 2 lines here, those are radishes. I planted them like the beginning of last week, so they grew so fast, I can't believe it. But I also, on these sides, I planted beets, and then I planted carrots also. I see some of them are popping up, but they're not growing as fast as the radishes. But radishes grow super fast anyways, so I'm really impressed with these. Alright, and here are some of our pumpkin plants. I planted different types of pumpkins. I have just a regular jack-o'-lantern pumpkin, and then I also have like the giant pumpkins, and then I have the little baby Jack Be Little pumpkins, and then there's this other type of pumpkin. It starts with a J. I believe the name is like Jardale or something like that. They're blue pumpkins and they're so pretty, so I just can't wait to have something different, because all I remember ever growing were orange pumpkins, so it's nice to have something different. So I have this little square of grass. So we just left it, we didn't till it. And so my idea is to make this part in the middle a little pumpkin patch. So I have these pumpkins on this side, and then I have those other pumpkins on the other side, and I'm gonna train them to just grow towards the grass, so it'll be like a little pumpkin patch. And then I have just a couple, how many? There's 3 seedlings over here. These are Jack Be Little. And also towards the back over here of the garden, I planted some more pumpkins. I planted them here because over there's like already enough, and I don't want it to be overcrowded. So these are just regular pumpkins over here. In front of these pumpkins, so these I'm going to train them to grow this way on the grass, and then over here these are Roma beans. They're bush beans. They're so delicious. These are one of my favorite green beans. Next to the Roma beans, I have, these are, I believe that's called in English, dragon's breath or tongue of fire. I don't know, something like that. But in Italian it's called lingua di fuoco. So they're like, they're bush beans, but the pod is like pink, and then the bean itself has like pink and white stripes, but they're really awesome. They taste so good. Like if you saute them with tomatoes and peppers and basil. We just, my Nona just planted these, I believe like last week, in the middle of the week. So they're looking good. Can't wait. So remember the pole beans that I showed you guys in the in the chicken coop. So we're gonna do a lot more out here, and this morning I built, well, I didn't build them, but I put these sticks in the ground so that they can grow up those. So this is exactly how my grandfather used to do it. So I'm just doing everything how he did it. We haven't planted these beans yet. My Nona, she said she's gonna plant them tonight, so it'll be another couple weeks till we see beans growing up these stalks. This right here, this little teepee thing, so I seen a bunch of people do this and I seen things on Pinterest about it. So basically it's gonna be a cucumber teepee. So I used the same material I used for this to put that up. And at the bottom of each stalk, I just planted some cucumber plants, and then the goal is for them to climb up these poles and we'll have a cucumber teepee. But I'm really excited because I left the front open so that you can just like go inside and pick some cucumbers, or you can take a cute picture. So I'm excited for this too. It's the first time I've ever done something like that, so let's see if it's going to be a hit or a miss. What next crop we have is corn. My grandfather always used to grow corn. Some years it was good, some years it was bad. This year honestly, when I plant stuff, I just plant it, and I'm like, as long as I get one thing, like I'm saying if I plant something new. So I have this corn over here, but it's not regular corn, it's blue, it's called a glass gem corn, so you can use it for popcorn. But I always say when I plant something like different and new, as long as I get one thing from the plant, I'm happy, because I just want to see it. I want to see if it, like how it tastes, how it works. So but they're actually looking really good. So you can see here we have just a line of corn. Not all of the corn grew, like not all of the seeds came up, but most of them did, so I'm really excited. And so this is all glass gem corn over here, and then I also planted 2 lines of regular sweet corn, and I only got, how many, 1, 2, 3, 4 regular sweet corn. So I planted more seeds in the spots where it's empty to see if they'll grow, and if they don't, then oh well. And then at the end here, so because I had extra space, I just planted some sunflower seeds, but I did that yesterday, so obviously like they're not gonna grow overnight. But I don't know, let's see if they grow. I hope they grow. All right, and here in this line, all the way to the end over there, this is a rapini, so it's basically like a baby broccoli. We already ate some of the leaves because the leaves taste really good. I'm not sure if they're gonna grow like the ones in the store, like how they have like the little baby broccoli stem, but if they do, that would be awesome. But the leaves by itself, just sauteed with like olive oil, garlic, and hot pepper, it tastes amazing. So it's the first time I've ever grown these, and I'll say it was successful. So here is another new thing that I've never grown it before. My family's never grown it before, but I love them, so I want to try it out. So these are Brussels sprouts. They're supposed to like grow into a stalk and be really tall. So you can see that in the bottom here, they're starting to grow, so they look good. The pests haven't gotten to them that much. Maybe just on a couple leaves over here, but other than that, they look really good. So It's a hit or a miss, I guess. I hope it's a hit, but we'll see in a couple months how they look. Alright, and here we have the zucchini. Every garden needs zucchini. Zucchini is like one of the best vegetables in my opinion, and also we don't have any right now, but because we picked them all, but the zucchini flowers on here, like if you pick them and you like fry them with some cheese, dip them in batter, they taste delicious. So that's one thing that we always like to do. But you can see I have some zucchinis over here, and there's even little baby ones over there. I don't know if you can see those. These are baby ones. We planted seeds here and they never grew, so I just planted some new ones and now they're growing, so gotta give it a few weeks to look like that. Here's another. You can see there's some zucchini starting to grow in the middle. Alright, next we have this, I believe there's like 2 or 3 pumpkin plants here. We just put them there in the beginning because they were actually growing in the greenhouse just like out of nowhere. So we ended up transplanting them here and they're doing really good, and I seen like, I believe like 1 or 2 pumpkins that are starting to grow on here. There's one little baby pumpkin in here, but it looks like maybe a bug got to it, so I don't know if it's gonna survive. But I'm seeing like little tiny baby ones here and there, like this one. So hopefully we'll get some pumpkins from here. I mean, I have a lot of pumpkin plants, so let's see. Alright, and here's the main attraction in the garden. The tomatoes. No garden is complete without tomatoes. Tomatoes are so easy to grow and they're so delicious when you grow them by yourself. So originally I planted like, I think it was like 127 tomato plants, and to be honest, most of those tomato plants died. I don't know why or how they died. Maybe I planted them too early, maybe they weren't big enough when I planted them, so we had to like improvise. And then some of the voluntary tomatoes that were growing near the fava beans, I like planted them. That's why some of them are smaller than these ones right here, so I planted some of those. I got some suckers from the tomato plants, I planted those too, so maybe like in the next month it'll all be like filled out and all of the tomato plants will be nice and big and we'll have a lot more. But the beginning, it was honestly, it was kind of a disaster and it was really disappointing, but now it's like starting to look really good, so I'm really happy. So since a lot of our original tomato plants died, I had to like transplant different tomatoes in different spots. So now instead of them being like 2 rows of San Marzano, 2 rows of beefsteak tomatoes, now they're all mixed up. So I don't know exactly which tomato plant is which also kind of sucks. But hey, at least the plants are growing and they're healthy, so that's all that matters. See how these 2 tomato plants here are like nice and big and then this one's small? That's because this one, it was one of the voluntary tomato plants that grew with the fava beans that I transplanted. I think I transplanted it like last week, so it's a lot smaller than these, but hopefully in the next few weeks it will look just like that. I'm not seeing too many tomatoes just yet, but for sure like in the next few, like 2 weeks, there will be a lot of tomatoes. There's a lot of plants. They have flowers, tomato flowers, but not so much fruit yet. There's just a few plants that have fruit, so you can see there's some tomatoes. I believe this plant, for sure it has to be San Marzano tomato. These tomatoes here, these are Gold Nugget tomatoes. So they're cherry tomatoes, but they're they're like a yellowish color. So something different, something I wanted to try out. Some more little small tomato plants, waiting for them to bolt up. Honestly, these tomato plants, like the ones that are really big, they shot up so fast. They like bolted up really quickly. So that was really awesome. We've been having some really nice weather, a couple rainy days. Perfect. Hopefully, like in the next couple weeks, my videos will be better and everything will be growing a lot nicer. And yeah, so I can't wait to like share everything with you guys, and you know, to like maybe teach you something, or you guys can learn something new. That would be awesome. Alright, so that concludes my garden tour. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my video. This is my first YouTube video, so I don't know, I'm just like, I'm a little bit shy, like I don't know what to say or like what to do sometimes. So hopefully like with time the videos will get better, and like I'll have more to show you guys once everything starts growing. So yeah, I'm excited to like see where this goes, and hopefully like people find enjoyment from watching my garden grow just as I do. So yeah, stay tuned, and I will post videos at least every week. Maybe if I find something interesting, then I'll post sooner, or I don't know. So, but for sure, I will see you guys next week, and you will have a updated garden tour. I can't wait. Thank you for watching. Like my video, subscribe, share it. If you have any questions or you want to like see something in particular, just send me a message. I'll be more than happy to show whatever you guys like. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.